I'll be stranger, outlaws, bandits. Today I'm bringing you two issues about the request for a break and dodgy actions. Hope to hear your opinions in the comments. As always, see you on the other side.
AITAH for being resentful towards my partner? My fiancé and I just purchased 5 acres of forest land, up north, the northern, more desolate, part of our state, in a coastal town. We are building a yurt and homestead to get out of the city and live off the land with our 1-year-old son and cattle dog. This is literally my dream and I am so grateful. We'll call him Matteo is making it happen. Matteo left today to head up and begin clearing land for our yurt. My son, dog, and I will go up on Wednesday. He told me we couldn't drive up with him BC the car will be packed full of tools and there also won't be anywhere to camp until they have a spot cleared. His best friend is driving up with him and his brother is following behind them. Some of our friends will also be up over the weekend to help out. I know this is silly but situations like this always make me so resentful. I am an adventurous girl. I don't mind getting my hands dirty and I love to be up north. I also love camping. I am so jealous he gets to go up before me without the dog and the baby and with his best friend and brother. Yes, they will be working hard but once it's quittin' time you can bet they'll be cracking beers and shooting the shit around a campfire, if not at the local watering hole. Since we had our son I have been so resentful at Matteo's freedom. I'll never forget being at a pool party when my son was 3 months old. Matteo was sitting in the sun drinking a cold beer and smoking a cigar. I had to sit in the shade all day and couldn't smoke or drink BC I was nursing and obviously holding a baby. Just an example of the contrast between new mothers and new fathers. I love my son more than anything in the world but being a mother can be so lonely sometimes. We aren't able to go out together very often and when we do I worry or feel guilty that I am away from my baby. Matteo is an extremely involved father and helps out so much when he is home. I know they are going to be working hard up there cutting down trees and clearing the land but I still feel like he is getting a break from the family and going to have that freedom I so desperately miss. I also am very sad we couldn't all go up together but I know it wouldn't be safe for us to be on the property. I just can't help but feel resentful towards his freedom and the fact that I always have to hang back. Aita?
Well, stranger, firstly, I would like to congratulate you on your life. Not everybody is able to find their perfect counterpart, which, in hindsight, I definitely think that you did. As you mentioned, he's an absolutely awesome father to your son and a good fiance. On the flip side, even you are an absolutely good mom and a good role model to your son. Not every female nowadays has that protective characteristics as a mama bear should. Your frustration is understandable because you feel like you're missing out on fun activities that he's able to do with his friends, brother, or whatever. There could be a possibility, maybe, for you to connect with, let's say, the wives of these people. I'm guessing you already tried, or this has been in the process, or it has been already tried in the past. If it didn't happen, my apologies, but I think it's something that you could look into. On the flip side, as guys, we need to have our guy time. Go out, shoot some things, run around the campfire, jumping into the fire, guy stuff. Instead of thinking at it as a negative, why not try and grab, let's say, a babysitter for that night and you just do you? Go out, do you? I mean, possibilities are endless. So, on one hand, I do agree with your frustration. On the other hand, maybe you could do a little bit more. Maybe find an activity that suits you. and make it like your own little private time. Something to think about.
I feel like the because of my GF and best friends relationship. So I'm posting here asking for advice. I 18 meters have been dating my GF 18F since Christmas Eve of 23. I introduced her to my friend group, which included my best friend of 6+ years, 18 meters. He's always been weird around my GFS of the past, but I wasn't skeptical until recently. That was because of all the things her and I did together. We play game, we watch TV, couple stuff. Then out of the blue, a bunch of other stuff starts happening and she is now growing distant from me. Doesn't respond as much and even ignores me. Ever since she joined our group chat, he's been constantly teasing and making advances which he's never done before. Then recently I found out they actually hang out a lot behind my back. He uses her as his personal therapist. So I asked about it and he got mad at me saying that it was nothing, and then he brought up that he did this with my exes too. My GF just tried to calmly reassure me. Yesterday he made a joke, which in it he called her a B word. This was in response to a joke she made about yelling the word out randomly because she was bored. She didn't seem to care that he called her one, and when I got angry at him for doing it, they were both confused as to why I was angry. Then she said, "It's sweet that you care about me enough to yell at your best friend when he calls me a B word." I'm so baffled by this. Then today she wants to throw a tea party for the friend group. I instantly want to join because it's my GF, but she was more excited about him wanting to join than me. Then when he said he couldn't because he has to go to college today, she got sad. I tried to cheer her up by saying that I'm still attending, and she said something that slightly reassured me. Well, then it would be a date. We need at least more than 2 people if we want a tea party. We will have a date another day. I just feel pissed off and sad at the same time. With everything that's happening, I'm so scared and am automatically fearing the worst. Can you help me, please?
Well, stranger, it seems like you already have an idea on how to progress from this situation. The issue is you still are trying to believe that what memory you built up about your best friend or your friend of 6 years is not the current person that you're seeing right now. Would recommend thinking about your past experiences with this friend. I'm more concerned about the friend's behavior than your girlfriend's. If you guys have been dating since November or Christmas Eve of 2023, then it's quite a recent relationship, maybe 3 to 4 months in. It's From her reaction, I don't think it's that serious. However, your friend's reactions or actions are genuinely concerning. If he backstabs you, because this already is considered the backstab in my eyes, not the B word part, or not them being a little bit too friendly, but the actual part of you don't know when they are hanging out with each other. Put every put everything to the side and just look at it from strictly this point of view. They are hanging out with each other with nobody around without you. I'm sorry to say, but think about this. Without you, without anybody around. That means that something is going on in the background. So I would recommend, if you don't want to lose this young lady, to put up massive amounts of boundaries. Example, she needs to at least say who she's with, or put up clear boundaries that from now on they cannot hang with each other without you or without somebody that you actually trust. I know this may sound controlling, but If you think about the logical choices, it's either this or this relationship continuing and you constantly biting your nails and chewing your skin off because you don't know where she is. If after 4 months, dude, she's already this flaky, I'm not really positive about your guys' future unless you put your foot down and put up massive amounts of boundaries. If you do this, darling, this is going to be the result. I'm still more concerned about your friend. If a friend of mine of X years, and we are talking about years, not months, is moving on my partner, is he my friend or is he pretending? Well, wish you luck, stranger. I hope you make the right choices.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode, stranger. If you did, consider joining our band of outlaws and bandits. About time I ride off. It seems like they're gaining some ground on me. Until the next time, stranger, try to keep yourself out of trouble.